Cells. You've got trillions of them. I've got trillions of them. Even that weird fungus growing on your old sandwich has them. But where did we get the idea that cells are like the fundamental unit of life? Today, we're diving into the cell theory, one of the biggest ideas in biology.
So what is cell theory? Well, it's a set of three key ideas that basically say all living things are made of cells. Cells are the basic unit of structure and function in living things. New cells come from pre-existing cells. These are your
cell theory. Let's rewind to the late 1500s when Zacchaeus Janssen, yes, a Dutch spectacle maker, helped invent the first microscope. That's right, he didn't set out to study cells, he was just playing around with lenses. Fast forward to 1665 and Robert Hooke, using an improved microscope, looks at a thin slice of cork and sees tiny compartments. He calls them cells, though, fun fact, he was just really seeing the cell walls of dead plant cells. Then we've got Anthony van Leeuwenhoek in the 1670s. He made even better microscopes and was the first to observe living cells. Little moving creatures he called animalcules. Turns out, those were bacteria and protozoa. Fast forward to the 1800s, Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwann. Schleiden was a botanist and he found out that plants are made of cells. Schwann, a zoologist, said, "Hey, animals are made of cells too." Boom! 2/3 of the cell theory done. And finally, Rudolf Virchow in 1855 drops the mic by saying, "Hey, new cells come from pre-existing cells." And there you have it, the foundation of cell theory. Now, back to Van Leeuwenhoek. He didn't just discover tiny animalcules, he opened the door to microbiology. Bacteria were the first microorganisms ever observed, and they turned out to be everywhere, in water, in our mouths, and even in the air. This was huge because it led to a better understanding of disease and how microscopic life interacts with us. Speaking of disease, once we knew about cells, scientists realized something big. Diseases aren't just mystical forces, they happen at the cellular level. This led to pathology, the study of disease. Virchow, remember him? He helped figure out that abnormal cell growth causes conditions like cancer. And thanks to advances in cell biology, we now have vaccines, antibiotics, and treatments that save millions of lives. Okay, so I wrote a little song to sum this all up. Get ready and feel free to sing along.
Rudolf Virchow has a soft voice, that is why medicine became his choice. He has questions, he is dubious, that is why he enrolled in an all-boys. By the time he got to learn that medicine is divided into two things, anatomy, pathology, he find them, he studied them, he takes what's his handed, he learns what demanded. But under the surface, he learned pathology, some mapless dispersed universes. Under the surface, people was like, yo, I bet this disease comes from curses. Under the surface, he's pretty sure it's worthless if he can be of service. A flaw in the fact that breaks the science back. Oh, when will he react? It sounds like a bit that we cannot see. Whoa. Our cells that are built from our head to feet. Whoa. What if diseases are not from vapor but from pathogens that can sneak and enter? If we don't know the invisible world, it is over. This sounds like a bit that we cannot see. Whoa. Our cells that are built from our head to feet. Whoa. What if diseases are not from vapor but from pathogens that can sneak and enter? If we don't know the invisible world, it is over. Under the surface, we learn pathology, some mapless dispersed universes. Under the surface, people was like, yo, I bet this disease comes from curses. Under the surface, he's pretty sure it's worthless if he can be of service. A flaw in the fact that brings the science back. Oh, when will we react? But wait, if there's one thing that we have learned from presentation, it would be the fact we can change misinformation or things we're unsure. and we can measure this growing venture. Keeps growing, keep going, 'cause all they know is cells like a bit that we cannot see. Whoa. Our cells that are built from our head to feet. Whoa, what if these diseases are not from vapor, but from pathogens that can sneak and enter if we don't know the invisible world? It's over. These cells like a bit that we cannot see. Whoa, our cells that are built from our head to feet. Whoa, what if these diseases are not from vapor, but from pathogens that can sneak and enter if we don't know the invisible world? No cure, no change. Ignore then, it's over.
So there you have it, the
Cell theory.
From tiny animalcules to modern medicine. Without cells, life wouldn't exist. Now, next time you look in a microscope, remember, you're picking into the building blocks of life itself. This is Chloe and Roldan. Until then, remember to appreciate the invisible world within you.